EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Second down coming up.
Well, any lane that might was pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's Renfro to return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Raiders 0. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Darren Waller. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller. 71 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On play action, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. First down, here's Mitchell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Charlie Werner, the tight end, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything. That football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
The score, Niners 14, Raiders 6. Robbie Gould to kick off for San
After the
Francisco.
touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Charlie Warner from 10 yards out. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Niners 21, Raiders 6. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 73 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, it's Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Davante Adams. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Lance now on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Lance looks to throw again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Gould is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Phillips now from the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out right at the 35. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. But once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready, play.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, this drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Another run to Mitchell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A give here to Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Play action, now it's Lance. Dancing to his left. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Carr now on first down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing his Carr. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
A give running right is Mitchell. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Gold is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They took their shot for the end zone. Almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And Nick Bosa is so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. It came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.